is Joshua Harris. And, after our well-deserved week off for Labor Day, we are back and ready to roll, especially since this is the last race of the Gordon round. And after tonight, 2 more drivers will be eliminated from championship contention. And we're going to decide this at the Charlotte Roval, a very unique road course.
Indeed. The 2 drivers under the bubble, the 7 and the 10, looking the point that we're in or winning the race. How well do you think one of those drivers does this race?
Well, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on the 7 of Spencer Boyce because he has shown that he can run very well on the road courses. Of course, he did win our first road race of the season at Canadian Tire, so he has a very good chance to get some points tonight. But if I go ahead and look at the points and see where everyone is, Spencer Boyce is actually 2 points out from the cut line, and Kamal Wright in the 10, not that far behind him, only 4 points below. So basically, it's anybody's game in terms of who's going to make it through to the next round.
Such a tricky track to end the Gordon round. A lot of twists and turns, heartbreak turn. And I think a lot of drivers are going to be messing up or locking up the brakes in that turn. You also have the bus stop chicane on the backstretch. You're going to see a lot of guys maybe overshooting the turn, trying to get all of the brakes, trying to be the last driver to brake into that turn.
Yeah, I think what you're referring to is the heartburn turn, which is that first left-hander going into the infield section of the road course. And they're just about ready to get the race in, so when the clock hits 0 on their end, we'll go ahead and join them.
We
All right.
can join.
And while we're getting ready to go, I will bring up the starting lineup for tonight's race. And so on the pole is the 4 of Tegan Jones with a 1:15.760, which is a new track record. And right next to him, Bradley Domer Jr., another very strong road racer. Probably the strongest road racer this season. In row 2, we have 2 more very good road course racers, the 42 of Michael Fox and the 7 of Spencer Boyce. He is 2 points below the cut line. In row 3 is the 10 of Kamal Wright, who is, of course, 4 points below the cut line, and Michael Whitman, who is safe into the next round on points. Row 4, we have Kevin Williams in the 3 and Kevin Hall in the 37. He is 2 points above the cut line, so he's looking to stay up there. In row 5, we have Anthony Peters in the 1 and JC Tirado in the 8. And then rounding out the field is Ryan Parsons in the 14. And for the race notes, the stage will be from the end of lap 13 to the beginning of lap 14. The pace speed is 55. Do not cut the chicane on the backstretch, and do not use the wall to help slow yourself down. Of course, it is a road course, so be cautious and be careful. The pit lane closes when the leader crosses the line with 2 laps to go. And of course, you gotta call out when you're coming off a pit road. It is a very tricky pit road to exit.
As you said the lineup, I see the 14, who's, he's one of those guys not really locked into the next round. How much of this is starting in the back does this hurt him starting off the race?
Well, I'd say he's definitely under some pressure to get some good points, as he is only 9 points above the cut line. So we got the most successful road racer this season, starting alongside the most successful driver this season. And then we got two very good road racers in row 2. So this is going to be a very interesting race here at the Roval. Now that final bus stop coming off of turn 4, they actually have to go through that to start the race. It's not like in real life how they could just start the race as they would normally on the oval. But as we're getting ready to go, 6 drivers advance, 2 go home. Now go get them, boys.
It's that moron that took 5 laps to line up. Landrod? Oh god. Go.
That was
Hit the curb.
start.
Okay.
Oh, okay, wow. How did I not hit the wall?
I don't know how I didn't either. I locked it up. Already got rear down.
Sorry. Oh god.
Who got you? Come on.
Free.
Yeah, Caleb.
I'm happy to be honest.
Did me too, I'm sure, but yeah, it was cool sense.
Woo!
Ouch.
Oh.
What's the cut line at?
Jamal's out by 4 and Spencer's out by 2.
Kevron's up by 2, and then who's the next one up? Ryan? How much?
Ryan's up by 9.
Yeah, Ryan, pretty healthy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ryan's trying to get
my
some good
God.
stage points maybe and lock himself
Oh, I overshot it.
Watch out, Mike. Watch out, Mike.
Oh, come on.
It stopped.
I know.
Where did
Why is it orange?
I know.
I have 73 arrow. I don't know who's behind me, but I'm at 73 arrows, so he might be a lot faster. That has me.
Oh, Mikeman.
wide?
Yeah, that grass needed mowed, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah. Happy to help where I can.
Come mow my grass.
See when you break down here? Just I'll try to break at least by the 2, maybe by the 1. Because I haven't been like radling someone. Woo! So, yeah. I figured I
little on there.
before I put mine at the 3. I hit the curb and straight to the center. Oh,
You good?
I was about to go. Hit the wall. That rear damage is not helping me at all. It's not doing it. It's just too loose. Ridiculous.
My car is bugging the fuck out.
I fucked that whole corner.
Ryan, I tried not to give you ass damage.
Ryan, you sound awesome. You sound like you're fucking sing Ocean Avenue right now.
God damn. I kept my foot in it, line killer.
Good job, Ryan.
You was right there. You was.
That was really scary. Holy shit.
Anyone else would have rammed into me. Thank you for using your brake.
I lifted off the gas just a little there to get by you.
It's awkward soon because I'm up front of the fucking road course.
So we're 3 laps in, and Tegan Jones held them off for a little bit, but it's just now Bradley Domer Jr., the strongest road course racer so far this season, he's now leading.
mistake. Put a full call off the final turn before the start-finish line, getting loose. You see a lot of drivers making mistakes like that off the last turn.
Well, of course, Tegan Jones, who doesn't really fancy himself as a road racer, like, he's still hanging tough behind Bradley here.
You see the 7 car broke away from the 10 after that great battle between himself and Kamal.
It looks like he got up on 2 wheels through the chicane, through the bus stop. And Jones almost forced the 42 of Michael Fox into the wall. So that's going to allow Spencer Boyce to gain a little bit of time. Just as a reminder, this is a 54-lap race. And we currently have 49 to go. So it's going to be another one of those road races that's going to go by a little quick, I would say. Especially if these guys continue the pace that they're running at right now. Oh, Tegan Jones made a huge mistake going into the bus stop, and that's going to allow Michael Fox to take over second. I think Jones might have drove it in a little bit too deep. And that just allows Bradley to pull away. Something must have happened to Michael Whitman, as he's now under attack from Ryan Parsons in the 14. He's dropped down to 7th.
Nine car just out there running. He's one of those guys like the 48 and the 4 who was locked into the next round.
Now I see what happened. He just hit one of those rumble strips coming off of the backstretch chicane. And it just upset the car, got him sideways, and they smacked the outside wall. So a pretty big mistake from him early on, but he doesn't have to worry about points this week, as he is moving on to the next round by virtue of his win at Bristol. And I did say it was on points earlier during the starting lineup. Almost kind of forgot that he won at one of the last race at Bristol, so yeah, that's how much I remembered over the off week.
As we was talking about the 9, the 48 makes a mistake.
And now the 42 of Fox takes the lead. And now we're looking at a 3-way battle for second. Riding along with the 7 of Spencer Boyce. He would love to get himself a 2-for-1 here. That way he can be even with Kevin Hall on points.
Do you know who will get the tiebreaker if this does end like this? Or if he does get those 2?
I think that might go to Kevin Hall, because if it's based on the most recent wins that those 2 have gotten. Spencer Boyce won early in the season at Canadian Tire, and Kevin Hall won the regular season finale at Daytona. So I believe Hall will get the tiebreaker. Now Fox is pulling away. And Whitman got into the wall coming off of the final bus stop. And Ryan Parsons takes over 7th. And now it is a 3-car battle for 2nd. Between the 48, the 4, and the 7 is Tegan Jones, I believe, got loose coming off of the infield section. And that just allows Spencer Boyce to get right on his back bumper. Bradley is just breaking free. Trying to chase down that 42. Oh, looks like Tegan Jones made a mistake coming off of that final bus stop. So put Spencer Boyce up to 3rd. And now Bradley goes wide.
Four laps to go on the stage. The 7 car is liking his position with the points he's getting. Maybe he wants another.
Yeah, anything at this point will definitely help his cause. Oh, Michael Fox makes a huge mistake coming off of the bus stop. Pretty much in the same fashion that Michael Whitman had. He's still leading, but that damage is really going to slow him down. And now Bradley is caught right back up. Oh, but now Bradley hits the wall in the final bus stop. And Fox hits the wall coming off of it. And now put Bradley back out front. Yeah, but now Bradley's under attack from Tegan Jones as he bumps him off. And now Tegan Jones holds on, and now he goes around.
Now the 42 makes a mistake in the next corner, and the 7 is on his right side.
And now all of a sudden we have a 3-car fight for the lead as Michael Whitman comes on pit road, probably to repair some damage. So 3 laps to go in the stage, and it's been a pretty wild one so far. And now we're coming to 2 laps to go, so pits are closed.
What happened to the 7, but it looks like he lost a few positions here.
I might have made a huge mistake, because I don't really see who's in front of him now. I think it might be...
I think it's the 10.
Yeah, it's the 10. So Kamal Wright, put him up to 4th. Bradley out front. Michael Fox in 2nd. They're going to be coming to the final lap of the stage. Yeah, we still got a A two-way fight for the stage win. Oh, Fox tried lunging in there. And they come onto the oval. And at this point, Fox is hoping for Bradley to make a mistake in the bus stop. As they're now in oval turn 3. And into the final bus stop. Bradley's going to hold on as he takes the stage win. Michael Fox in second, Tegan Jones third.
Actually, that's the 10 in third.
Yeah, Kamal Wright in third, Tegan Jones in fourth. Leave that Spencer Boyce finishing fifth. Kevin Hall in sixth. Ryan Parsons got seventh. We'll wait and see who else comes around. That is Anthony Peters in the 25. Not the one that gets 8th. Kevin Williams in the 3 gets 9th. And the 8 of JC Tirado gets 10th.
And those 3 guys who we was talking about earlier on this broadcast, the 14 and 10 and the 7. You also include the which is the 3. They're very close on points. You know, the 10 getting the most points out of his competitors, that really draws him closer to the front. You have the 37, the 14, who is, I think he said finished 7th in that stage. Not so good for him wise, even though he was 9+ above the cut. But 10 car getting 8 points out of the stage was pretty helpful for his chances into the next round.
And the last place finisher of the stage, Michael Whitman, has caught up to the rest of the field. So we are going to open pit road this time. So another very strong showing from Bradley Domer Jr. and Michael Fox, who have definitely proven their worth on the road courses.
Let's try to go get a live look at the points as they run with the stages. The stage points being given out.
Alright, so pit road is open, and everybody's coming in. And now, we shall see who has the first pit stall, so it'll be easier for us to tell who wins the race off the pit road. It looks like it will be the 3 of Kevin Williams. Yeah, and as you can see, this is a very tricky pit road to exit out of because it's a sharp 90-degree left-hander as Michael Whitman wins the race off of pit road. And of course, he was the only car to make a green flag pit stop, so he didn't really have to do much at all in terms of adjustments. So from finishing last in the stage to leading after one pit stop. And how about Kevin Hall? He's up to third.
I like that strategy call. What a 37, you need to get away from the guys who just earned a lot of points. The 10 and the 7 got a bunch of points closer to them in the playoffs. But how well is this going to work on the long run for the 37?
Or if they're doubling up, and Michael Whitman has chosen the outside for the restart. And it's Spencer Boyce that currently runs last. And Kamal Wright currently in fifth. Yeah, I think Boyce might have gotten a speeding penalty. So it's a Hendrick front row and a Chevy top four. As we're coming down to the restart. And as they exit the final bus stop, let's all crank it up.
And please, guys, be mindful of the braking points going into turn one.
He's coming through the fucking green.
Oh my god! That is all me. Sorry, that was all me. I was looking back at freaking Mind Killer here, and I was too worried about him.
I'm going to do the left of you.
Yeah, I'm just
you're
trying to
DX.
I'm trying to be cautious of the 9 car. Got fucking pilot road.
Yep, that was all me. Sorry, dude.
I locked up in there at one point.
Holy shit.
Sorry about that, 42 and 37.
Man,
oh
it either
my
won't,
God, Spencer.
won't turn or it's
What
loose.
the fuck was that?
He made us look like
Excuse me,
fools.
coming through.
Oh, no, he
Man,
just used and abused me.
Oh god, break. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I had to use the wall a little bit there.
That was a 3-wide pass.
There were 2 positions. It's good shit for you.
OZX.
Oh my God.
I got you there,
Little
too.
hottie bear.
Double fuel team.
Why not?
You're fine. I'm trying to give you a lot of room.
That damn rumbler.
I hate the rumbles.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Not your fault.
Oh my God, that's a wall.
I think I got
Oh,
the blue
wow.
girdle, too.
Man,
You double tap that bitch?
I sure as hell did. Right rear caught it, and then it shot me right and got the right front. Now I got damage on all my right sides. Oh, I
That's
just
where my
lost
3
the
seconds come from.
championship.
I just fucking about murdered Mike. I saw. I was a little scared. I was taking that shit
I looked
normally,
in the
and I
mirror
saw
for a split second and barely missed the braking thing. And it looked like it was going 30 mile an hour faster than even in that corner. So I just fucking hit the wall.
Bradley, did I give you ass end damage when I tapped there?
Yes.
Shit. Sorry.
I had it last run too.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Or
god.
it just didn't turn. You saw Incog die?
All the time.
Uh-huh. This in third gear sucks.
Gosh, it just damages the death of me now. Can't turn for shit.
Come on, brother.
Whoops.
Fine. Kevron.
Yep.
I checked up way more.
No business trying to defend.
I did a little Dua Lipa the baby levitating through the first part of the bus. How I caught the turtle. Show me going for the record on Guitar Hero. Don't bother you.
So with 36 laps to go, Michael Whitman still holding firm at the front, but he is under attack from his teammate Bradley as he makes a huge lunge.
And
he clears him.
Car my bad. I'm sorry, interrupt. But the 7 car makes a huge mistake and wrecks in turn 1. Smashes the wall pretty hard, and I know he has damage that's gonna hurt his race. This does not help his playoff chances.
Yeah, and at that point, he would need a caution.
As we was listening to that Crank It Up, I did to give out the stage points to the drivers as don't know when and where the drivers will finish, but it is pretty fucking close.
Oh, the 9 and the 10 make a lot of contact.
And that might be a caution.
And
right
the 42.
There.
The 42 got involved as well. It sounds, I'm hearing caution on the race chat, so this might be the race back to the line.
The break the 7 car needed. But the 10 car, he got right through that. That's pretty good for him.
Yeah, caution is out, and that was the race back. Now, nobody really spun out, but multiple cars were involved in that, so yeah, definitely they would bring out the caution.
But when the 9 got into the bus stop on the backstretch, he got in there too hot and hit the turtle, and as the 10 was trying to avoid him, he had nowhere to go, which caused that big stack up. Well, not really stack up, but the collisions between himself and the 42.
And with all the damage that these guys have had beating and banging out there, whether on the walls or on each other, yeah, I definitely think a pit stop to repair all of that is needed.
Pretty quiet day from the 10 car. You know, he's been avoiding some messes besides that last incident right there, but he's finding himself second right now, you know. It's a pretty good points day for him to try to get into the next round with the 7 having pretty severe damage with the nose to reckoning in turn 1, the 37 being not 2 cars, that is about 5 cars behind the 10. And the 14 just having a very quiet day. This playoff bubble is going to get pretty close by the end of this race.
Well, of course, Kamal Wright would want to win to guarantee himself a spot in the Earnhardt round.
That is going to be a tough challenge as pit road looks like it's going to be open here.
Yep, the pits are open.
Which one of these teams get their driver out there first to control the race?
Well, Bradley's the first one to leave his stall. And he will win the race off of pit road. Michael Whitman second, Tegan Jones third, and how about Kevin Williams in fourth there?
Different strategy calls all over the place. Now, I'm not a road course racer, but man, I don't like some of these strategies. Unless you're a road course ringer, I will like the strategy, but this is definitely going to cause a stack up once we go green here.
Yeah, I definitely think so. We've definitely been seeing a lot of beating and banging tonight so far.
As these drivers look like they have one more stop to do if this goes green all the way. I think they 18 laps of fuel.
Yeah, there's 33 laps to go when they take the green flag. So they definitely will have one more stop to make. It looks like Bradley is choosing the inside for the restart. All of them are snaking their way through the bus stop. Into oval turn 3. All doubled up and ready to go. And it looks like Bradley has changed his mind and he will go to the outside for the restart. Now to the final bus stop. The green flag is out. We have 33 to go at the Charlotte Roval. It looks like everyone made it through cleanly. We got a battle for fourth between Tegan Jones and Kevin Williams. And Jones takes third. And it looks like Michael Fox will follow suit. Off of oval turn 2. Into the bus stop. Oh, Whitman really dove it in deep. Oh, Kamal Wright gets into the wall off of the bus stop.
Mistake the 10 did not need there. Now he has to pass all 4 of these cars once again.
Bradley still out front and he is pulling away. And the top 4 are very evenly split as Tegan Jones gets on 2 wheels in the bus stop and he's right on the back bumper of the 9.
Had to give him a nod, a little scare there. He's trying to maybe give him room to make sure that 4 entered safely. 4 still got on 2 wheels. They lost a little bit of time, but good thing
Oh, he
is
got a
these guys
great
did
run
not
off.
wreck.
He got a great run off, and he brakes later than Whitman, and now he takes over second. And now Michael Fox wants a piece of this action too. He's trying to take third away. Oh, we got Ryan Parsons spinning out coming into oval turn 1. Oh, and he gets, the 37 just narrowly avoids it. As the Parsons came back onto the track, pretty much almost blocking it. But kudos to the 37 for finding a way through that hole. So we stay green. Or maybe not. Caution is actually out.
Whoa.
It's always got bumped the other just until today. Or was it?
So, not only have we been seeing a lot of beating and banging, but we've also seen cautions breed cautions.
Indeed. The field will get stacked up once again and have another restart for this finale in this round to eliminate 2 drivers from the Gordon round.
All 11 of them are now bunched back up. The pits will open this time.
Well, and look how many people are showing up,
The pits are open. And once again, everybody's in. Oh, but the 2 Michaels, Fox and Whitman, are staying out.
Oh, this is a very weird call from these 2 drivers. How well do you think this will play out? Do they think another caution will come since caution after caution keeps playing? They may think another one can stay out or to stay out up here.
It might. Of course, you never know.
All these drivers in pit road taking 4 tires and fuel. It's the 48. It looks like it's going to be the first one off pit road, followed by the 4.
So put Bradley Domer Jr. up to third. Well, he actually dropped a couple spots because both Fox and Whitman stayed out. And now they all have to catch up to the two Michaels now. Alright, everybody's all together again. I believe they will double up this time.
Non-car chooses the inside lane. Coming to 27 to go. Everyone still has to make one more pit stop about how well these fresher tires are going to work for these guys third on back.
And yeah, Whitman has taken the inside for the restart.
Will we see another caution? Will this play out?
And of course, Bradley, who has pretty much been the class of the field this whole race, is on fresher tires. So we shall see how this plays out as they come out of the bus stop. Green flag is out. We now have 28 laps to go. Oh, Bradley gives Mike a shove. He's side by side with Fox. A little contact between the 48 and the 42. And that's just going to allow Whitman to pull away. But Bradley might clear him here for second. And they're still side by side. Oh, but Tegan Jones gets into the wall. And Spencer Boyce is up to fourth. And it looks like Bradley has gotten around Michael Fox for second. And now his sights are set on his teammate, Michael Whitman. But Bradley might have made a mistake. And Fox might also have made a mistake. As the 7 and the 10. Oh, the caution's out again. So something must have happened back there.
See on the radio, and we saw also on track that the 4 car is really upset with the 7. The 7 dive bombed into, it was like, is that turn 6 maybe? Turn 7? Hitting the 10 and the 4 out the way to gain those positions that he had.
I believe pretty much the entirety of the infield section. And on top of that, the 7 made some sort of issue or made some sort of mistake coming off of that bus stop at the end, and that allowed Kamal Wright to take a spot away, put him up to fourth. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing Tegan's frustration on the radio or on the race chatter.
The 4 car, he does not hold back on, rather he's very angry, or if he's happy, he will let a driver know when they're in the wrong end. He's giving the earful to the 7 right now.
Of course, this isn't the first time that the 7 and the 4 have had run-ins with one another. The finish of the spring race at Martinsville, where they were battling for second.
That was very heated. But the 9 car, he did very well to get away from the field, to stay on his old tire, stay in the lead. Does he do the same thing here?
Well, it also came down to the fact that Bradley and Fox were battling. So pit road is open, and we got plenty of guys staying out this time.
Next team, the 9 can hold off as the battles happen for second. Now the 48, he still has the fresher tires out of the 9. But yet
So-
again, the 9 and the 42 stayed out. How well is this going to work for them?
So Spencer Boyce was the first of the takers on the pit road.
Seeing he had damage from hitting the wall in the infield section.
And Tegan Jones is the first one off. Kevin Williams is second.
You're lucky I was the man came. I was trying to know that man came running you over. I was like, what the
Yes, they got Michael Whitman, Bradley Domer Jr., Michael Fox, Kamal Wright, and Ryan Parsons, your top 5.
Yet again, another restart. This time coming with 25 to go when we go green.
Yeah, there's going to be 25 laps to go when they come to the line.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of extra folks. I think there's only 4 of us that level lap. I just saw the legs, and then Spencer, me and Ryan, and then Bill, Paul, and...
So it looks like we're getting to that point in the race where it's time to start making some moves. Coming off of oval turn 4. It is turn 14. Into the bus stop. Green flag is out. We have 25 laps to go at the Charlotte Roval. Oh, and Whitman really cuts Bradley off there, even going down onto the runoff. Oh, contact between the 48 and the 10. Kamal Wright trying to move Bradley out of the way for second.
Sounds like the 7 car is not making any more friends right now.
Contact between him and the 14 of Parsons. And Boyce gets the worst of it. I believe that is that was for 7th or 6th.
This good day can continue for the 10. Hope for the 37 to 7 to finish way beyond where they're at now. He can sneak his way in on points.
Yeah, Kevin Hall currently running in 5th. Or 6th, excuse me. But he's under attack from Ryan Parsons.
Like the 7 or Spencer Boyce, he is 10th. Coming into the race, the 7 was -2.
And he got some pretty decent stage points, but it's definitely not going to help the way he's running. But here comes Ryan Parsons underneath Kevin Hall for 6th.
While that's going on, the 48 made a pass by the 9 to regain the race lead.
But contact between the 48 and the 9. Looks like Bradley made a huge dive into the bus stop. Oh, but look at Spencer Boyce. He made that same mistake that Whitman made early on in the race. Hit those rumble turtles that upset the car. Spun out and hit the outside wall. But now he hits the wall coming off of the bus stop, and he got a
It's gonna be
course
a
cutting penalty.
caution.
And also course cutting penalty.
Maybe it's not a caution. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. We'll wait and see. So Bradley Domer Jr., the strongest car in the field tonight, making a diving move on his teammate Michael Whitman into the bus stop to take the lead.
The 9 car makes a mistake. Oh, God.
Yeah, again, he makes that same mistake again early on in the race, but this time it didn't end up with him in the wall. So now he drops down to 6th. Oh, but somebody might have gotten a course cutting penalty off of the final bus stop, and that's the 10 of Kamal Wright. Either that or he just got loose coming off of there.
Remember back at that last road course, the 48, it looks like he was going to be the one who won. But mistakes caused him to not get the checkered flag at the Indy road course. And the guy behind him in the 42, he was the one to pick up the lead after the mistakes from the 48 to win the road course at Indy.
And the same thing happened to him at the road course race before that, which was at Sonoma. And it looked like Bradley was going to get another dominant win. But mistake after mistake relegated him to finishing 2nd behind the guy who's currently running in 2nd, that being the 42 of Michael Fox. It looks like he might be gaining on the 48. Bradley goes wide there so he could get a better entry into that corner. Looks like the gap has stabilized. And it looks like that was not a caution, so we do stay green. But Bradley a little slow coming off the bus stop. That might have been a course penalty, though. And now both Michael Fox and Tegan Jones are right there. Lieutenant Kamal Wright following suit. Bradley still holds on to it, though, as we now have 20 laps to go. Bradley still hanging on to the lead. Coming out of the bus
See,
stop, and
this
it looks like Bradley has gained again.
top 7 is shrinking together almost. Maybe top 6, excuse me.
And it looks like Michael Whitman has made the pass on Ryan Parsons to get himself back into the top 5.
Oh.
So, it looks like Fox has started gaining again on the 48.
With one pit stop remaining, which one of these drivers up here is going to take the first pull to start the green flag pit stop rolling for the final time this race?
I think that might be the guys running in the back. Try to do something to catch back up. There's still Bradley leading. Fox in second, Jones in third. And we got Kamal Wright in fourth.
So like the 42 can gain most of his time in the infield section and in 1 and 2 on the oval.
We got Thomas Murray, our good friend trainer, in the chat rooting for Kamal. Well, he's currently running in fourth.
Oh,
but again,
we got pit stops.
And the 2 leaders, Bradley Domer Jr. and Michael Fox, are in. Now, I was about to say, before those 2 came in, he was running in fourth, but I think he needs a little bit more than that to lock himself into the next round, as he was 9 points below the cut line at the start of the race.
Those 8 stage points he got finishing third can really help. But in this situation, like you said earlier, he would most likely like to win to secure himself into the next round instead of a nail-biting finish to try to punch your way in.
And Bradley gets out ahead of Fox. So Tegan Jones currently the one that's leading. But of course, he still has to come in and make his stop. As is the 10 of Kamal Wright, his teammate. They stay out.
Tires are very much a big help. They have fresher tires than other guys, but we've seen some guys hold off with older tires, but it's a difficult job to do when you got guys like Tegan, who's pretty fast, looks like 42 is fast, 48, and then 10, he's always been fast, just sometimes getting the bad luck thrown his way.
Yeah, looking at the 48 of Bradley Domer Jr. and the 42 of Michael Fox, who are essentially running first and second provisionally right now. But of course, when everyone makes their stops, they will cycle back out front.
The top two did not make the hard left turn to go into pit road. They stay in another lap. I'll stay out another lap.
We got 15 laps to go. And Michael Whitman stays out also.
You know, being the guy seeing different strategy calls, I thought the 9 car would have been the first guy to see immediately when the pit stop window opened. I thought he would have been the first car in.
Yeah, because he has won a few races this year on pit strategy. So he definitely knows a thing or two about that.
I'm associated with that number in there.
But maybe these guys know something we don't. Oh, but the 8 of JC Torado goes around in the final bus stop. A 1-car incident, we do stay green. Bradley and Fox coming up on the 25 of Anthony Peters.
Yet again, the first two.
Tegan Jones actually got into the wall on the final bus stop, and that allows Kamal Wright to catch back up. Right on his back bumper now.
That's also going to cost some time for whoever when these guys decide to pit. 48 and 42 looking to make quick work of the 25.
And Bradley makes the move. As does Fox. And Michael Whitman is in. And he is out.
See, he's not that far off from the 48 and the 42. You put down some laps, maybe he can start battling with it.
And he will have the freshest tires as of right now. And again, Jones and Wright stay out. And now the 9 of Michael Whitman gets around the 25 of Anthony Peters. Parsons is in. And Torado was in also, but he's come out now. We got another car coming in, and I believe that's the 7 of Spencer Boyce.
A rough day for him and his crew.
And now the 25 spins out on the front stretch.
Well, the 4 and the 10 make the hard left turn this time, where they stay out once again. Coming off the oval, turn 4, the 4 staying out.
And the 10 staying out.
And the 37 is making his way in the pit road.
Yeah, Kevin Hall is in, as is the 3 of Kevin Williams. Jones still leading. Wright still second. With 12 laps to go. Now the question is, when will they come in? Well, definitely not this lap. But the 10's coming in, though. The 10 of
Four makes a mistake. What happened with the 10? Oh, God. I thought he spoke.
And the 10 is in. So now Bradley Domer Jr. and Michael Fox are coming up on the 8 of JC Torado. And both of them make quick work. Yeah, but here comes Kamal Wright off of Pit Road. And he pulls out ahead.
Strategy call from him and the 4 staying out can work. He has the fresher tires, and now the 48 and the 42 have to find a way around the 10.
And he stays out once again. So you now have 10 laps to go. I believe Jones' strategy is he had a fast enough car to keep up with the 2 leaders of Bradley Domer Jr. and Michael Fox. So he figured is to build as much of a gap as he can, so when he does eventually come down in pit, he can still either be leading or in a top 5 position.
Now I was scratching my head on this call, but, you know, it's working out in their favor. And the 10 starts to pull away from the 42 and the 48.
Jones stays out again. We now have 9 laps to go. Meanwhile, we still have the 48 and the 42 going at it. The 25 of Anthony Peters came in, and now he's coming off of pit road. Jones again. Still out front.
Does he take it another lap or make it a hard left turn? I hear him slowing down.
Yeah, he's coming in. But now we'll see where he cycles out.
The 10 is in the middle of 1 and 2. Going on into the back stretch. Entering 3.
Deacon Jones is away. And now here comes Kamal Wright. And he stays out front. So how about Tegan Jones stealing a page from Michael Whitman's pit strategy playbook?
Very classy from the floor. He regains the race net lead without losing any position on pit road.
But he still has some very fast cars behind him. The 48 and the 42. Oh, but he made a mistake going into the bus stop, and that's going to allow Kamal Wright to get alongside him.
10 cars had a very, very good day, and what to top it off with a win here if he can get around the 4.
We have 7 laps to go.
Fresher tires.
We have 7 to go.
Oh! He does make a mistake coming off 1, and now the 10 is in the lead.
So put Kamal Wright out front now. With 7 laps to go. Well, mistakes can happen, and they definitely did happen for the 4 of Tegan Jones.
As we stated to start this race, the 10 was looking out, looking in. Now he's in the race lead. This right here will secure his way into the next round instead of just pointing his way in.
Yeah, but he still has to complete 6 more laps. And anything can definitely happen.
One more lap for any cautions that want to happen. Don't want to throw that out there, but this is the last lap for cautions to be called. The 10 crosses the line, there will be no more cautions.
And now he's coming up on lap traffic, the 25 of Anthony Peters.
A bad section to have lap traffic.
And Peters gets out of the way. He almost came up onto the track in front of Jones. Now, if you recall, the spring Richmond race, it was these two, Kamal Wright and Tegan Jones, running first and second. And with 3 laps to go, Kamal Wright's internet gave out on him. And that gave Jones the win. But of course, the difference there was Kamal Wright, he dominated that race. So it was extra heartbreaking for him to be disconnected from the server. But today, he's had a bit of a quiet day, but he understood the assignment. And, he's 9 points below the cut line. And get as many points as you can. But of course, he wanted more than that. He wants to win. But of course, now we have 5 laps to go. No more cautions. I forgot to say that as they crossed the line. But there is still plenty of time for something to happen.
A nerve-wracking race. But what a way to just end it all, No mistakes made by the 10 car. He bounced. He attacked the mistakes other drivers made, and now he finds himself in the lead, trying to hold off a very fast 4 car with fresher tires.
And with 4 laps to go,
10 looks like he's pulling away from the 4 a little bit.
The 4 might have gotten loose going into turn 1 or coming off of turn 1. And meanwhile, the battle for third, the 48 of Bradley Domer Jr. and the 42 of Michael Fox. They were the class of the field, but they lost out on strategy. And they are nose to tail. But now they're side by side coming off the bus stop. And if I could bring up the points, Bradley Domer Jr. third in points, 21 points above the cut line. He is in on points, and he basically had to pretty much start the race in order to lock himself in. And Michael Fox, 18 points above the cut line. He more than likely is also in on points. Again, by virtue of starting the race, as we now have 3 laps to go. And Tegan Jones, if I can bring up the schedule. Tegan Jones won at Chicagoland, which was actually our last race and not Bristol. So he is in to the next round. The 9 of Michael Whitman, he won the opening race of the Gordon Round in Bristol. He's also in. So yeah, our focus was definitely on that cut line.
Two more laps for this 10 car to lock himself into the next round.
Not only that, but possibly knock Kevin Hall out of the running.
That 4 car is creeping. That 10 car is hoping he can play teammates.
And of course, Kamal Wright, he did win early this year. The spring race at Talladega. And a very dramatic last lap pass on his teammate, David Wessel. He is now a lap and a half away from moving on in the CFRL Cup Series playoffs. Off of oval turn 4. The white flag is out. One more time around the Roval. But Tegan Jones, he's getting closer. Wright still hanging on. So it will be a great finish for the Stewart Haas camp. Not only that, but their second straight win. Their second consecutive win in these playoffs. Kamal Wright from Heartbreak at Richmond. But Tegan Jones is there. Jones has one more chance. He's not going to get there. Kamal Wright. Oh, here's a mistake.
Messes up.
Both mess up, and it looks like Kamal Wright still wins it. Yeah, Kamal Wright hit the rumble strip, bounced into Tegan Jones, who hit the wall, but Wright still had the momentum, and he carried it to the line. So from heartbreak at Richmond to drama at Talladega to even more drama at the Roval.
My God, that was kind of sketchy. Oh my God, a mistake from the 10, the final corner. Like, he still pulled off the win. That was insane. Heartbreak for the 7 and the 37, who are eliminated from the Gordon round.
And that means Spencer Boyce and Kevin Hall are eliminated. So the final results. Kamal Wright with the win. Tegan Jones second. Bradley Domer Jr. third. Michael Fox fourth. Michael Whitman fifth. Kevin Hall sixth. Ryan Parsons seventh. Spencer Boyce eighth. Kevin Williams ninth. Anthony Peters 10th. And JC Tirado 11th. And it is Michael Fox with the fastest lap with a 1:15.5.
What an ending to the Gordon round, went into the race.
Let's get your race winner, Kamal Wright, in here, because I'm sure he definitely has a lot to say about that. And there is your race winner, Kamal Wright. That was a very wild end coming off of that final bus stop. Can you take us through that?
Well, I knew Tegan was there, and I knew he was getting closer. And just before I got to the bus last chicane, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm a Jimmy Johnson," and that's when I got nervous and I locked up because he said he was going to Jimmy Johnson me. So it was a good race. I ain't gonna lie, it was fun.
And not only that, but you locked yourself in to the Earnhardt round, and you're moving on for a chance to get yourself a championship. How does that feel?
It feels great. I'm not gonna lie, I needed that. I needed that win. Um, it's been tough throughout the season, but we're here in the playoffs and we're showing up. So I'm doing all what I can do.
So you started this race 9 points below the cut line. Now, if winning was out of the question, like, what was your strategy coming into this race to make sure that you got enough points that you needed?
Stay ahead of the 7 and 37. I stay as far ahead of them. That was my game plan.
So now you don't really consider yourself a road racer, considering your performance over the last few road course races. But does this win boost your confidence on the road courses now?
It does actually. It does because I'll say about a season and a half ago, I was actually pretty good on roller coasters. I did get a win in Sonoma, but I kind of lost pace ever since, but I'm glad I was able to find it here today, and it was a perfect timing because I really needed it.
To touch on what Kylo said to begin with, you had the win to get into this round, and with the charging 4 car, and with what you said, what he said he was going to do, I think that was a pretty bold move from you two to stay out a few more laps versus the others who pitted pretty early. What was y'all strategy on that? And it obviously worked out. Did y'all know already at that point y'all was going to stay out longer?
Well, I heard the 42 to 48 were pitting, so I was thinking about doing the undercut, but then I realized that my lap times were still good. It was still up there. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to run a few more laps. So I did that, and then I pitted. But I was worried about Tegan because Tegan stayed out 3 more laps longer than me. So, but but the time, we didn't lose too much time on that run. We were still right there with Tegan, and then he made a little mistake, and I got the lead off it, and never looked back.
Impressive performance, and got to say up from the booth, it was pretty wild to see. No, hardly made mistakes, but you definitely did not make mistakes when it mattered the most, and you find yourself in victory lane, not having to worry about pointing your way in because this win gets you into the next round.
Definitely, definitely, and the next 3 tracks are pretty good for me. So I hopefully return things around there, and make the Final Four and race for a championship.
Well, you got 3 more races to make that happen, but congratulations on your win tonight, and we'll see you next week for the start of the Earnhardt round at Kentucky.
All right, thank you. I'll see you guys.
See you next week. Let's try to get Mr. Jones, who finished P2.
Tegan Jones, he got second. He made that strategy work out to almost perfection, but that one mistake he made, which gave Kamal Wright the lead, pretty much cost him that. He tried diving it in there on the final corner, the final bus stop, but it was ultimately not meant to be.
There's Jonesy.
And there is your runner-up finisher, Tegan Jones. For the latter part of that race, when you made the strategy call to stay out as long as you did, it almost worked out in your favor, but I mean that one mistake cost you the win ultimately.
Yeah, it's just the co-tires. It's the road course. You're faster with worn-out tires, so I should have pitted probably at least the next lap, so that we can kind of be even on the tires. That just mine by the time mine came in, I'd done made mistakes, and I made a few mistakes actually, and that's what cost me the race basically. Because I was in front of him, I think he was content with finishing second, not getting around nobody in case of lag, and I would have probably just pulled away. So, but after he got the lead, he told me he wasn't going to race me too hard for it, but he was running fucking really solid, fast laps. I was putting out 116, flats and stuff. So it was some parts where he was getting me like in the infield, and I was getting him in the chicanes and stuff like that. So congratulations. I mean, he didn't even have to win this race with the stage points he scored and where he was at in relation to the other two, near the end. So I was going for it. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't going to pull punches. I was going for the win. I kind of had to call Larson the bitch, after he kind of missed his mark and, kind of, messed up both our angles. But we had a photo finish, and that's pretty cool. So, you don't see road courses produce a photo finish. And I feel like this road course was a really, entertaining race to race in because there were so many of us making mistakes and swapping out the lead and stuff. Even when I was making bigger mistakes, I could catch back up because everybody else was just racing so hard. Because the ones that were racing hard didn't have nothing to lose. So yeah, it's just congratulations to Kamal. We had him on here with him and Ron all week this week practicing and trying to figure out some stuff. So it's good to see that teamwork still makes the dream work, I guess, as they say. So congratulations to him. He did what he needed to do. It didn't look good there for a little while when he kind of got bulldozed on the first lap of the race and then got kind of bulldozed, in the middle of the race. So, congrats to him for winning. It's good to see that, Kamal's got another win under his belt this year because, he should have had one at Richmond. So I guess this is fate kind of paying him back and paying me back as well. So, I'll take it. It's, we're both even now when it comes to the win column.
Now let's go back a little bit earlier in the race and a little bit of another feud, I would say, between yourself and the 7 of Spencer Boyce. And you definitely had some words from him on the race chatter because I can definitely hear it through my headset.
It's probably loud enough. It probably came through the headset, to be honest. But yeah, it's just Spencer doing Spencer things. Me and the 10, I had to check up on the restart for the 42 and the 48, trying to go side by side in the infield, and they kind of checked us up. 10 got me and I got damaged, so that kind of messed me up. And then you got Spencer and they're bulldozing both of us. I mean, he just flat out gassed it up, went pushed him out in the grass and took the spot, and I did not like that. It wasn't so much I was pissed off for myself as watching a teammate who's probably faster than he was, in the long run and stuff like that, he just bulldozed out of the way. So I was going to try to get him back. And, cooler heads prevailed. He got away from me. It's probably a good thing. He tried to go to the back of the field for it, but I wasn't playing that kind of pity game with his ass, so I made him take his fucking spot back. And, Spencer does Spencer things. He lost it anyway, so, it's whatever. To be honest, Kevron said it best. Him and Spencer, went kind of long in this run, and probably a few others, to be honest, just for the fact that we had Wessel and JB get eliminated in the first round, due to, missing races out of their control. So he should just, be lucky he got as far as he did, in my opinion. And, quite honestly, I consider the feud not even a thing now. So unless he makes it a thing next week or this coming week, so that's up to him. But yeah, I've already forgotten about it now.
And of course, you're moving on to the Earnhardt round, which is the round of 6. So of the 3 races that we have in this round, Kentucky, the 100% race at Iowa, and Atlanta. What's the one race in those 3 that you're looking forward to the most?
Well, statistically, Atlanta is my best track. Kentucky, I just had so much bad luck there. Whether you get put in traffic, fuel mileage or speeding penalties, I should have like 3 or 4 wins there, and I've only got 1 or 2, I think. So, Kentucky's a good track. I know it's a good track for Kamal, and I think Ron's good there too. So, Iowa's the one I want. Iowa's my last oval track to get a win at in the Cup Series, and then I got nothing left but road courses. So, I definitely want to get Iowa off my list so that I can have at least have the oval tracks, off my non-win list. So that's the track that I'm going to be looking at to do good at.
All right, Harris?
Pretty summed up all the questions that I was probably wanting to ask Mr. Jones. But
thank you, Harry.
I can pull one out my ass here a little bit. You got 3 cars. You got 3 cars entering the round of 6. I think you're pretty happy on that. You maybe could have had 4 this round, but you already stated that 41 missed a race, which cost them to get eliminated in the first round. But with these 3 tracks coming up, I think it really fits all of the 3 who are on Storehouse race style. Is there going to be any can I say, I don't know, maybe leadway on teammate help, or is it just one for all?
So I hate the team order thing. I don't like it. Um,
Right.
I try to save it for the plate tracks when possible. But if you take like what we had tonight, like if we'd had people closer to us, I would not have pushed as hard as I did to get to Kamal. I knew we were gaining time on Bradley and Mind Killer, and the guy that he needed to beat in points, he just needed 1 point after the stage. He was tied with Spencer, and he had Kevron beat by even if he'd been second, he'd had him beat by 4 spots. So he was going to be good if I'd have won or not. If that happens again and people are closer to us, I may not push it. It's just because, like I said earlier, teamwork makes the dream work. So, if Kamal makes it to the Final Four, or even Ryan for that matter, because Ryan's won there at Homestead last year. Mike Killer, I think, said it before I jumped out of the chat tonight. Now that Backpass has moved on, he's worried that he may be his biggest competition for the Final Four spot. Because, you got the big three. That's me, Michael, and Bradley. And, Mike Killer was probably going to be the fourth best. But, now that's kind of up for grabs, in my opinion, between him, Ryan, and Kamal. So, yeah, if the same thing happens in the next 3 racetracks, I'm probably not pushing like I did tonight. Tonight I was pushing because you do not very often see Mind Killer and Bradley get outrun on a fucking road course. Me and Kamal were just, we took it to them there on that last run after they pitted. So I don't know what happened. I think they got caught in traffic worse than we did. So I guess that might have been the time gain. But if you got a chance to win a road course, because and Bradley and Mike Killer are kind of out of it, you try to fucking take it, because you don't get those chances very often anymore. So it's probably my best road course this year, and that's really saying something, considering that I consider the Indy Roval my best. So it's something that I'm going to work on if we are able to race next year for road courses. So on this game. But yeah, it's team orders are not a thing, but co-opetition, as DW is, and cooperation. So I am not against not racing a teammate hard if it helps all of us move on.
Well, it should be a very interesting Earnhardt round for sure. But congratulations on your runner-up finish here at the Roval, and we'll see you next week in Kentucky.
All right, thanks for broadcasting, guys. Hope the race was good.
It was very entertaining.
Good. All right, later.
All right, now we will bring in third place finisher, that being Bradley Domer Jr. And yeah, he was definitely one of the stronger cars out there, but ultimately strategy did him in, as is the 42 of Fox.
Yet again, another road course felt like 48 just couldn't really get the job done. Pretty great at the road, Indy Roval, and that slipped away from him. Sonoma the same way, and now Charlotte Roval. But I think the bigger picture here for this 48, he's pretty happy and moving on.
Yeah. And there he is, your third place finisher, Bradley Domer Jr. Another dominant performance at a road course, but the win ultimately slipped from your grasp.
Yeah, I didn't have the pace as everyone else did. They practiced all week. I only practiced like 2 times plus tonight. So they had way more reps than what I did. But I'll take a third place finish on in the next round. I'm mainly looking forward to that second race in the next round.
Yeah, you pretty much locked yourself in on points by virtue of simply starting tonight's race, and looking ahead a bit to that 100% race at Iowa. And that's the thing, it's a 100% race, it's full length, and it's definitely not what the CFRL is used to. So How are you planning on tackling something like that?
I mean, a lot of people has picked up a lot of ground on me at Iowa, but that extra, however many laps it is, it's going to be interesting. Because Mike was catching me late last year, but ultimately didn't get to me. But I feel like that's my last chance of winning this year, because these mile and a halves are the death of me. Can't win at those things to save my ass. Pardon my language, but I'm just looking forward to getting to Iowa, hopefully winning, and making, I don't know how many years this would make straight of making the Final Four, but that's the main goal. And then, of course, winning the championship.
Now, of course, going back to tonight's race, with the speed that you and the 42 had, if strategy was not a factor, like, would you have gotten that win?
I don't know. I feel like the top four were definitely all close in speed. I feel like Spencer had a little bit had speed with us, but he's just Spencer. He makes a mistake and then complains the rest of the race. But I feel like us five are for sure. We were all pretty close on speed. It was just a matter of who would make the least amount of mistakes. Hence, if you watched the first stage, which I'm pretty sure you did, like the leads swapped like 6 different times because of mistakes. But once I realized I lost time coming off of pit road and the pit cycle, I knew it was over with them being on fresh tires. It was just a matter of either them wrecking each other or me not killing myself, which I did almost multiple times.
So Harris?
I think since I've been in a booth, I think not to take any negativity here, but at the Indy Road Course, you was pretty dominant. Came short for mistakes. It was like pretty early this race, you was pretty dominant and just came short again. Even though there's no more road courses to end the season, but you move on to the next round with I think the 10 being a very sneaky pick to get into the championship round. What is
I
your
don't think he's
thoughts?
sneaky.
I think he's had a pretty quiet season. He had a quiet season, even though some races he had the shit end of the stick. But
nothing against Ryan or Mind Killer, but he's the better driver. Those two. I feel like out of the drivers left, he is the fourth best driver. It's just a matter of his internet holding up for him to advance. Mind Killer and Ryan, they've had speed. Right, because Ryan is the other one that made it, right? I know the points were all confusing, but they've had an amazing season. They've shown speed at tracks, but Kamal, I feel like, is the better driver of the two, especially when it comes to the ovals. So we'll just have to wait and see, but I feel like he will be that fourth driver as long as I'm assuming 3 of the 4 will be the same as last year, but anything can happen.
Well, anything can happen, and anything will happen, especially in the next 4 races. But congratulations on your third place finish tonight, and we'll see you next week at Kentucky.
Hopefully. I might not have speed there.
Dog.
Sure can.
Thank you, Bradley.
All right. Let's get Michael Fox in here. Your fourth place finisher. He, like Bradley, had a very strong car, and he was running out front for a good chunk of the race. But again, the strategies, the pit strategies from Kamal Wright and Tegan Jones were ultimately what did him in. But I think he made a few more mistakes than Bradley did, and that also cost him the win there. And there he is, your fourth place finisher, Michael Fox. Much like Bradley, you had a very strong car and you were running out front for a good chunk of the race, but ultimately it was the strategy from the 10 and the 4, and on your case, some mistakes that you made during the race were ultimately what did you win.
I think it probably was strategy, but I think my main problem is that I was stuck behind Bradley the most of the time. I was just, I felt like I was faster than him, but it was really tough to get around him, and being behind him, I felt like he was holding me up. If I actually passed him at some point and stayed in front of him, I probably would have gained a whole lot more ground. I probably would have been up there battling for the win. But I mean, fourth apparently was the best I could do.
Yeah, and much like Bradley, you locked yourself in on points by simply starting the race tonight. But of course, what's your strategy going into these next 3 races?
For 2 tracks improvement, I need something better for Kentucky, because the beginning of the season I was just garbage. I had a run-in with Tegan, and he was kind of pissed off with me in that race. Iowa, I don't know how good I'll do at that race. That's going to be a long one. Atlanta, I need better improvement. I got caught with the speeding penalty along with Tegan, so I mean, both of us need like improvement in that race. I'm a bit worried that I might not make the final 4. I mean, I mean, this is the long good run that I'm doing, to make it this far in the playoffs, but to make it to the championship 4, I'm a bit worried on that.
And with Harris, you have anything for him?
No, not really. You really summed up really well the questions I wanted to ask. But good job in getting into the next round and good fourth place in today's race.
Yeah, just hope that I do good in this third round. I mean, I ain't expecting too much, but it would be amazing if I can make it to the championship 4.
We'll wait and see what happens there, but congrats on your 4th place finish tonight, and we'll see you next week at Kentucky.
Well, I actually think I'm gonna race Wednesday in the midweek for with them 4. I'm planning on racing that race, so I'll probably be there, or I'll see y'all next Sunday as well.
That is the championship race in this coming Wednesday.
Yep. All right.
All right. So we got one more interview, and then we'll call it a night, and that is the night of Michael Whitman, and definitely a very interesting day for him, as he finished in the back at the beginning of the stage. He found himself out front at the start of the second stage, but some mistakes and some strategy ultimately what landed him a top 5 finish. Though I'm sure he wanted a little bit more than that. And there he is, your 5th place finisher, Michael Whitman. A very interesting day from your perspective, indeed.
Yeah, just not obviously one of my better tracks. So I wasn't slow, but I definitely couldn't compete with those top 4 guys today. So I just tried to, obviously locked into the next round. So just really was trying to be on the offensive, on the strategy, and just run up front and see if I could make something out of that. And I think that helped me. What the calls that I made to get up towards the front and get some track position, it kind of helped me stay out of a little trouble that was happening in the mid pack section. So, yeah, solid day. didn't really need much. Not one of my best tracks, so just glad to get that out of the way and then focus on 3 really good tracks for me coming up in the next round.
Yeah, and in terms of the strategy with Kamal and Tegan, they kind of stole a page out of your strategy playbook, and they were able to keep staying out as long as they have been.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good call by them. I think Bradley and Mindkiller were just struggling a little bit at that point in the race, and Kamal and Tegan were kind of on their own and just running qualifying laps for the rest of their run. And obviously, with how road courses are in this game, the tires, you actually run a little faster. Excuse me, the more the tires wear. So I think they were just kind of had open track and were running really good laps and were able to jump the 42 and the 48 there.
Of course, we have the Earnhardt round coming up, which of course you locked yourself into by virtue of your win in the opening race of this round at Bristol. So, like, of the 3, like, what is the track that you're looking forward to, or like what you're kind of like apprehensive about?
I don't know if there's anything I mean, I've won, excuse me, all 3 of them before, so I'm not too concerned about any of them. Atlanta can be iffy. You can just have pit trouble there and anything like that. It's a really hard pit road to get into. So I guess that one kind of would make me nervous a little bit. But, my 2 races since I've been back in the Cup Series at Iowa, I was first and second. Kentucky, I was really strong. I won 2022 at Kentucky. I finished second last year, or I didn't finish second. I finished third, but I was really, really quick in that race. And then I won the early season race at Kentucky this year. So those 2 I'm definitely excited about. Kentucky, I always kind of have a good thing at. Iowa, I also feel pretty good about. I think I can manage a good finish there. And Atlanta, always another good track for me. That's just the one that you can kind of encounter a mistake. That's a little more mistake-prone track, especially with how sketchy that pit entry can be.
All right, Harris, do you have anything?
No.
So, well, we got 2 tracks coming up where we could potentially see you get a season sweep. But yeah, congratulations on your top 5 finish here tonight at the Roval, and we'll see you and your sexy mustache next week at Kentucky.
Thank you. You'll see me before that, probably either tomorrow or Tuesday on the podcast. It is a good mustache. Thank you. And definitely I'll be up here Wednesday night for the midweek championship race, which Darth Kylo, you are a part of at Chicagoland for the Xfinity cars. So definitely excited for that.
Well, don't forget Harris. He's part of this as well.
Whatever.
Harris is in it too. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have a question for me, so I don't really want to talk to him.
Hey, summed up some of my questions.
So you guys are going to hear a lot of me in these next couple days on this channel, so hopefully you don't hate me too much. But thank you guys for doing this. You got a pretty good finish, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I looked pretty close from the time and what I was hearing in there.
Yeah, we got a pretty good, a decent view of it. It's, you're kind of like at odds with the camera sometimes and what you get.
Yeah, that can definitely happen. Well, guys, thank you for doing this again. Hope you had fun. Good luck to you both Wednesday night. That'll be a big race. Hopefully one of you guys can get it done. If Spencer doesn't, he will not be happy. I'm just saying that right now.
I can see it. I can definitely see it coming.
Rough night for old Spency boy, old booty muncher. So, thank you guys. I will see y'all on Wednesday.
See you.
All right, I think we will go ahead and call stream here. So, final thoughts on the race, I would say.
Pretty great race for the 10 car, even though I think I was right on thinking if the 10 didn't win, he would have needed the 37 to 7 fall back, which they did. And but the win is better for the 10. It spiked his confidence going in the next round. And with some of the drivers you heard, they think he can be the fourth best to go into the championship.
Well, it was another very wild road course race that we have had this season, and I believe this was our last road course race this year. But and I would say this was the wildest road race we have seen this season, with a lot of bumping and banging, a lot of mistakes being made, a lot of strategies being called, but in the end, it was a walk-off win in a rather dramatic fashion that sent Kamal Wright into the Earnhardt round for the chance to compete for a championship. And speaking of which, as alluded to earlier a couple of times, that the midweek guys on Wednesday are going to wrap up their season for the championship race at Chicagoland. And of course, myself and Harris are part of that, as well as Spencer Boyce and Cameron Morris. It should be a pretty good show for all of you on Wednesday night as well. But Harris, I like you, but I want to beat your ass on Wednesday.
Well, I like to be a clean driver, but
it probably won't. It probably will not happen, but I'm probably gonna give it my best shot.
Yeah, I respect all the guys in the championship round. We've raced our ass off all year, and hate to say it, Wednesday I'm going to really be repping that last name on my car. I'm going to be probably a dickhead, but the championship's on the line, and I would love to win that championship. And even if I finish second or third or fourth, I think we all can be pretty happy on who wins. Pretty great season from all of us.
Yeah, definitely can't wait for that. But anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out the podcast coming up either tomorrow or Tuesday. So that way you can definitely see Michael Whitman's sexy mustache that he rocks very well. But if not, we'll see you Wednesday for the season finale for the midweek series, and if not that, then definitely next Sunday for the start of the Earnhardt round at Kentucky. And until then, have a good night.